as I'm driving, early morning traffic. Y'all, I'm entertained. That's all I can say. I am absolutely entertained. I said this a long time ago. When I was a teenager, I was reading books about one world government and societal changes, the new world order. You know, I've been reading about that type of stuff and aware of that stuff and in a place of understanding. And it wasn't until probably the maybe the mid 2000s, like 2010, that I started to actually see a lot of this stuff manifest, you know? So you imagine being aware of stuff like that and then most of my life being aware of it and not seeing any actual signs and then seeing like an acceleration, lots and lots of signs. Um, it was kind of like creepy, but at the same time, the playbook has already been read, right? So the expectations, the details, I kind of got it. So I'm not blindsided. I'm watching things unfold piece by piece. Oh, there goes this piece. Oh, that's that piece, right? Like the currency, the market's changing. Like when the euro came, this combination of one currency. I said, ooh, United Nations, these one world governments navigating the international markets and political, goals together. I've been watching, and believe it or not, that's what I spent my early years of my life trying to say, where can I go outside of America? Because this is ground zero right here. That was always my motivation. Where else can I go and be independent off the grid? A lot of people think, oh, you just want a vacation spot. No, 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 not at all. I always wanted to have a place to go so when the time comes, so when the time comes, so yeah, I've been searching, searching, searching for somewhere that was modern enough, not like this, a little bit off the grid, or at least elements of it, not too technologically advanced. That was my sole motivation. But y'all, there are so many lies being told. That's what this video is about. There's so many lies that have been told in America. Very crazy. And a lot of this stuff is self-preservation. Self-preservation. And I'm gonna just say it. These white folks are eating crow right now. They are fucking eating crow. I'm watching people who call themselves Republicans and conservatives demand EBT, demand housing support. These are Republicans. These are conservatives. These are anti-socialists, anti-communists. Make it make sense. These people are card-carrying conservatives, and I'm hearing them left and right. They're stopping our food stamps. And these are elite. These are elite whites standing up for the poor whites who are the majority. I'm seeing conservative white people who are elite themselves saying out loud, don't do this to us. They know the truth, y'all. How are you going to be conservative and you sitting up here talking about Trump is the shutdown and the people, the food stamps, this to that? Y'all said people who work for the government were useless, but we realized all of y'all is in the government, and when it's shut down, you don't get paid. None of y'all get paid. White people have been living off of a dysfunctional federal government and government spots for a long time, and we know that the government just don't ever work. It's inefficient. Who's working it? Majority white folks. We saw when they started cutting, when those started cutting, them white folks had easy, sleazy, greasy jobs. Show up sometimes, don't show up sometimes. Corporate welfare, all them benefits, and this and that. Oh, I ain't seen nothing but white folks being laid off of them easy breezy government jobs. Okay? So that whole thing of, oh, it's just this type of people work for the government. Nah, y'all been working for the government. Y'all done spent your whole life working for the government, getting paid way too much for doing way too little. A form of fucking welfare. But you can at least say you got a title. I got a job. They came in and cut that shit. They keep cutting government jobs. The white folks ain't been working. They been lazy since the day they got here, y'all. Think about this. The white folks have always found an easy path, an easy way. So when they have them stats about how much they make and this and that, you're not looking at how they got where they got. They get their name and their connections, they get government contracts, and they turn around and have who work for them though? Who's doing the work? Who's doing the work? Just like slavery. We built this country. No, no, no. You didn't lift a hammer. You didn't lift a nail. You didn't pick a piece of cotton. You didn't do anything. You got free land that you stole, and then you stole people to work here. Y'all are lazy. Y'all been lazy. And now all the white folks crying because the truth is out. They're butthurt. Trump, Trump, he didn't cut those easy breezy jobs out where you just show up and you don't do no damn work. He didn't cut them jobs out. Now they hollering. Hollering. Okay? Trump and the government have cut out the food stamps, the Medicaid. They cutting the Section 8 down. Can't stay on it for 2 years. And they basically gonna not take new applicants. These white folks are panicking. You hear me? These are lies. They tried to tell lies and say, oh, it's all black people. It's the black people. It's the welfare queen. It's the black woman. No, 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 no. Now the truth is coming out. And so it's very annoying when you see black people carrying these fake ass statistics, taking on white supremacy talking points, because we finding out it's all lies. How do we find out lies? Because they telling on themselves. They telling on themselves. They getting on TikTok. These white single mothers. Now we finding out that a whole bunch of white children are born out of wedlock. Hmm. Yeah, whole bunch of white little children are born out of wedlock. Whole bunch of white little children are living on Section 8. Hmm. It's a whole bunch of white women that didn't divorce their husband and prefer, as they say, push the man out the house. They prefer Section 8 to be married to that tyrant. Hmm. We're starting to get the truth. The secret is out. White folks are lazy. They've been lazy. I don't know what black coons sit there and carry on the white supremacy lies. It's black women. Black women tore the home up. Black women this, black women that. Welfare was created for white people. Y'all know that? That was a program for white people. And for the longest time, only white folks got them cushy jobs in the federal government. You understand? Getting paid a whole lot for doing very little. And it's white folks that's on the damn Section 8 program. It's white folks that's getting TANF. It's white folks that's on WIC. It's white folks that need the EBT and the Medicaid. Okay? This country is majority white people. But somehow, some way, they want to pin the tail of the donkey onto the black woman and black people. All of the lies are coming out. What we finding out is that white people are coming out on social media. The news and the media is telling it. They telling sob stories. Oh, open the government. Look at this white mother, and you got whole white families. They showing their degeneracy. I watched the video, and this white folks didn't call the news, and they got all these sob stories. The man talking about, I I'm disabled. The wife talking about she disabled. Now you standing up and you walking, and you've been on disability, and you 30, and they had the nerve to have a baby, a 1 year old baby. Why are you both on disability? Both of y'all claim y'all can't work. Y'all sitting around every day. They showed their refrigerator. They opened the refrigerator up. We don't barely have any food. We only have condiments left. White people are fucking lazy. And now they coming out, they telling on themselves. You can't stop them. They coming out and saying, yes, I need my EBT. Yes, my kids won't eat. Yes, yes, yes. Me too, me too, me too. They coming out the woodworks. All these white folks been sitting on SSI crazy checks, Medicaid, Section 8. Think about that. They're 30 years old. This husband and wife that had a nerve to bring a baby, a little white baby, into poverty on purpose. Y'all should not be having no child when y'all sitting there on a damn disability check. Both of y'all claiming disability. What sense do that make? And how many more kids you gonna have that the government got to take care of? This is intentional. They're lazy. The history of them says they're lazy. From the beginning of the time they got here, the only thing they actually spend energy on is killing and destroying. But outside of that, they steal and pillage. You got food, I'm taking it. You got land, it's mine. I'll steal you and make you work. Think about that. The whole development of this whole goddamn country, it came off of anybody but whites. Think about it. This country is a superpower because black slaves worked 18 plus hours a day for 400 years. That's why we had an industrial revolution, an agricultural revolution, a big economic boom over a matter of 400 years. This is why, because black people worked. They tried to enslave Native Americans. They couldn't do it. They stole their land and killed them off. You see that? You stole land. That means you didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. Okay? That's the first thing. So now you got all this land you didn't earn and work for. You got free land because you're lazy. They never said to the Native American, can we buy this land? They never did that. That's lazy. They didn't earn it. They were not willing to earn it. They'd rather kill and steal. They didn't buy nothing. They didn't put no muscle. They could have told Native Americans, we'll work for you to earn this land. They didn't do that. We'll barter our labor. No. These are a whole civilization of lazy people. And this is why this civilization is on decline. They're lazy. These people are lazy. And the cat's off the bag. Y'all, how do I know all this? Because my cousins, unfortunately, a lot of my male cousins have paired themselves with white rural people. White well, white rural women. What I call poor white trash. And I have been offended about it and will continue to until the day I die. But because they had poor white rural women, because the white man's ice is colder, my country ass cousins gave me an insight into rural white life, which I had no business knowing, right? My black ass. And what did I learn? I learned that grandpa been sitting on disability or crazy check, not because he worked for it. Early on in life, he started getting that check and kept getting it. Grandpa, grandma, Meemaw, yeah. A lot of white people, they be in their 20s and 30s and they claiming disability. And they sitting their ass around on a piece of property in a trailer. This is why. They got food stamps, Medicaid, all of that shit. Then you got the mom and the daddy do the same thing. Just like that couple I told you about. 20, 30 years old, talking about they on disability. That man says he got some kind of problem with his leg. You can't put a headset on. You can't learn a new skill. You can't go into customer service. They hiring all over the place. There's so many thousands of jobs you could do without hard labor, but you aren't willing to learn, so you get a disability check. So let me get this straight: from the age of 30 onward, instead of you contributing to America and being part of the workforce, you gonna basically sit around and you gonna collect a check. That's what they do. So you got three generations, and then these poor white trash girls, they go out, get pregnant by black men, multiple black men. They get on welfare. They get on food stamps. Some of these rural people are sitting around eating themselves. This is why the South is fucking fat too. These people are not working. You talk about why is America fat? It's because you got a whole bunch of white people sitting around on disability check, crazy check, social security check. They ain't got no 401k. They ain't invested. They ain't even worked a good 20 years of their life. That's why they claim disability. When you hear them claim disability, that's because they haven't paid into social security. I check my social security. I check. I said, do I qualify when I get old? Yeah, I fucking do. I've been met the requirements for social security. But see, a piece of person like me, that's what I'm saying. People like us who get up and get out, get education, get skills and stuff, we don't even tap into that system. I'm retired early. You think I'm getting out any of the Social Security money? No. I got to be 60 something years old. I'm still out here working. I'm still out here contributing to the world. I'm still out here paying taxes. Shit. You got a business. You think I don't pay taxes? Shit. I pay more taxes than I did when I was a fucking teacher. So you got those of us who actually contributed and build a society, creating jobs, creating opportunities. And then you got these real white folks that's just sitting around collecting a check. And I'm not talking about one person. That's what I want you to understand. That's the one thing I got from my cousins about these rural white women. These rural white people, which is the majority of America, they are sitting around three generations. That third generation, which would be my cousin's child with the white woman, they're on fucking Medicaid. They're getting food stamps from their mama and their grandmama and granddaddy, all of them. The whole motherfucking bunch is sitting around eating off of free food provided by the taxpayers. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what white America does. These people are lazy. They're fucking lazy. Look at the history of America. Not only did they not pay for the land, they stole the land, killed the people, took the land. They stole us, made us work, turned us into slaves for 400 years. But look, who else built America? Who really built it? When it was time to build America, what they bring in? These white folks, these original white folks, it wasn't them. They brought in the Chinese at certain points. They brought in the Japanese at certain points. They then brought in all kind of immigrant labor. But the ones that's from here, these white people, hey, what's up, DOD? These white people right here, the original white people, they ain't never worked. They lazy. And now you got Trump getting on TV and telling them there's no talent here. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. He know what his people look like. See, when it come down to business and dollars, that's a whole different ballgame. Truth got to be told. All them lies and cultural, fibs and all that other shit that cover up y'all been doing. Now you got white men telling other white men, yeah. See, Vivek fucked up because you too brown to tell white people the truth. Trump told them, and now they crying. They screaming, crying. They screaming. And now they're trying to play stupid. Why is he saying that? Indians gotta come here. Why is he saying that? The Chinese gotta come here. The Koreans. Ain't nothing changed. Y'all been writing lies in the history books. Y'all been writing lies. Black people work hard. Japanese people work hard. Jamaicans work hard. Africans work hard. Everybody works hard. But white people, y'all some lazy, sorry motherfuckers, okay? And now the truth is out. And y'all mad because MAGA told you. That y'all ain't shit. Cause y'all ain't never been shit. Y'all ain't never worked a hard day in your life. Y'all sit on welfare. That's what y'all do. Y'all sit on welfare. Fuck stats from. It is to make up these fucking stats. But all was a lie. We can see all of them crying on the news, talking about how they gonna get their EBT. It took for them to cut the fucking government down, for them to start coming out and telling the truth. Now they're testifying. I'm gonna starve. Man, I've seen a whole bunch of pictures of white people across America at food banks. I ain't never took no fucking bullshit ass charity in my life. I'll be damned if I have to go stand in the fucking line for some fucking food. I'll be damned. I'll sell my ass before I do that. I'm just telling you. I got 1,000 things I can do before having to go beg in a line. And I'm talking about cold. It's cold outside. And them white folks it was raining on their head. Truth is out. Y'all lazy. And I looked at them and I said, how these motherfuckers gonna be a tech anything? Look at these white men. Look at these old white women. All these raggedy ass, fat ass people. That's why they fat. That's why America's fat. Because most of it's white people. And they want to blame it. Oh, black women. Black women are the fattest. It's black women, the obesity. No. You got three generations of white people sitting around on Section 8, sitting around eating high calorie junk food all day long. This is why America's fat, because white people are lazy. They the majority. Black women are what? 4% of the population? Black women 4, 6%? What? How are we possibly responsible for obesity, Christ? Get the fuck out of here. That's what I want to say today. The truth is out. Y'all go listen to Trump. Trump told the truth because he's on business. He's on business and he knows with his rural white people, he know they ain't shit. These the ones that's been here 300, 400 years. They not shit. They ain't never worked. They don't want to work. They got the data. They know who the fuck is on Social Security. They know who's claiming a crazy check. They know who's eating EBT. They know everything. So somebody's lying. So y'all need to stop all this bullshit talking points about how black people are bringing America down. Trump is telling you who the fuck is bringing America down. They're bringing them down so much. These people are so degenerate and stupid and ignorant. They don't. He don't even think they worth training. That motherfucker could start a big ass school with how much money he got. He could start a school tomorrow. He could make regional schools that will train Americans on how to do white Americans on how to do all of that shit. He could justify bringing in Koreans and Japanese, Chinese to be the fucking instructors. Think about it. He could do that. He could take a university that already exists. Government can just take shit. Eminent domain, they could just take over university and say, we're in a situation of national security. I'm sorry, University of Phoenix or so and so. We're going to go ahead and use your facility and we're going to create an emergency, instructional place so that we can get some production happening in America. Could do that. He don't believe in them. He told that white lady to her face, there's no talent here. No, there's no talent. White folks, they lazy. Y'all better redefine and rethink and change your mind about white folks because the truth is out. And all you got to do is look at it. I say.